So I think the primary reasons were it is a company which has a good support ecosystem. Second, the founders and the team are very, so at that time I was not sure how the team will be, but the founder was very good. He was very cooperative, he was very knowledgeable, and his way of talking, his way of explaining, the details which I went into, I got fully satisfied. In fact, we were planning for on-grid based system, and then during the course of discussion, just because of he being with us on a Sunday for 3 hours in that discussion, we changed from on-grid to hybrid just because we understood the nitty-gritties. And later on I found that the team was very cooperative. During the installation process, the energy with which they worked, how they worked together as a team, and how I would say humble and soft-spoken they were. I have never found vendors who are like this. This was my first instance where a full team was so nice, and I enjoyed, their experience, that experience.
Awesome.
Okay, so I think there were 2-3 reasons. One was obviously going towards green energy and going away from traditional fuel-based power sources is the trend, and it gives advantage in terms of saving the environment. So that was number one reason. Second was, I foresee that as time goes by, the fuel charges or the electricity charges are bound to rise. Now, if we have an option where we can get away with that for an extended period of time, which by taking solar we are doing, this will give advantage in the long run. And third is, it is convenient. You get rid of the monthly charges and bill payments and all that. So I think these were the primary 3 reasons why I chose solar. So I did not consider finance anywhere in this ecosystem, in this decision making. After talking with them initially, I was pretty confident that the execution will be smooth. That feeling I had. And post we logged in together, the urgency with which they started on their own, I was waiting that let them take the initiative, and how fast they took the initiative, and in a timeline manner they decided 3 days, and in those 3 days they closed the full job, and the way in which they closed the job was very impressive. So installation was done very nicely. Very thumbs up for the installation process. And I would say the follow-up is also very good. The team members are very humble. I did not find anybody talking rudely. We can in our absence, I can ask them to come home, and my wife and children can be there, and I have absolutely no issue. So that is the confidence level I have. Oh, definitely, I will say it will. As I have seen in the past, I am from Bombay, and I have seen how electricity charges in Bombay increased tremendously when it was privatized and when Adani came into picture. And I am very sure BESCOM also will happen the same way. And I will definitely, I keep telling everybody that don't think of 2-3 years from now. Think 5-6 years. When the economy will change, it will privatize, the fuel charges will go high, your electricity unit charges will go high. And at that time, of course, the infrastructure of solar will also go high. So if you do it today, definitely you stand an advantage post 5 years. So people do ROI calculation, right? I never do ROI calculation. Today, if you do an ROI calculation, I think you will get an estimate that, according to me, post 5 years, today the unit price is 6 rupees per unit. I presume after 5 years, it is going to be 18 to 20 rupees per unit. And then the break even is hardly 8-9 years. So if somebody looks from that perspective, definitely there is an advantage in solar. I would say it was like a, if you cut butter with the knife, that was the ease with which I think the installation went through. All our questions were answered before the installation, and post installation there are still some teething questions which I am still following up, but I'm sure they will be resolved in a week or so. But yeah, it is as good as I can say. You're cutting butter with the knife, it is as easy as that with Arkahub.
Great, sir. It was lovely having you here. Thank you so much for giving us.
Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. Yep.